Holler if you hear me. Welcome to Friday night in this corner of YouTube land that is all mine. We are up, we are going, and we are concluding this week. And yes, as you see right there, skirt hiked up, looking over the shoulder, a little worried, a little naughty, a little nice, and a little bad. We've got the one and only Alice of Alice in Wonderland fame. And right out of here, out of this book here, Mr. J. Scott Campbell's Lineology, the pen and ink line art of J. Scott Campbell. In this page over here, you see the Tea Party of Alice in Wonderland, but there she is, skirt up, a little worried, but still, she's got that girl. And of course, we see some booty and we see some pussy at the same time. So that's very, very nice to see in the same frame. Campbell knows what his audience wants, and he always delivers. That's what makes him great. Besides all that, we've got, of course, the chat was preemptively began with Nick saying to have fun on the street because he's off. Of course, he's generous enough to notice when he's not available to be here during one of the streams. So have a good, see you everyone next week and enjoy that donation. Oh yes, got a nice little donation from Nick. Thank you there. Yes, in the description below the stream, first thing you see is a link to my online store. I've got my artwork there for sale, and but the first thing you see is a donations button. So if you feel like helping out my channel, but don't want to buy my artwork or commission me for anything, you can just simply make a dollar donation of any amount you want. And we're going to begin, not with beginning the inking process on this lovely, lovely lady, but we've got something that's going to involve my Swiss Army knife. I did a little thing where I tweeted earlier saying the mystery of what is inside this box that showed up on the doorstep in the middle of the afternoon. What is it? What is it? I, of course, have the bottom side up so you don't see the address sticker and all that stuff, but this is both a stream and an unboxing video and a dissertation on the need for sexy lesbians in gymnastics, both amateur, in the Olympic level, the professional level, all of that. We need lesbians as much as I need furries. There's yes. All your donations, all your contributions, they all go to, of course, the bills I've got. But Christopher right here is in the chat saying water bill, gas bill, electric bill. For him, Christopher just prefers bill. All right, we've got this very, very easy to make, very easy to open up. And what's under this bubble wrap is... Oh, God, I can't believe it. I can't believe it, Jerry. Stone Cold. Stone Cold. Stone Cold. Live from Victoria, Texas, standing at 6 feet 2 inches, Stone Cold Steve Austin. First thing you gotta do is get that piece of crap out of my ring. Yeah, you see right here what we got? We got, here's Stone Cold. He's coming. He's got his Stone Cold vest, his WWF Heavyweight Champion belt from the Attitude Era, Austin 316 shirt, the Broken Skull hat. We've got the head right there, and actually have 3 heads. The scowling, we've got the open mouth scowling, we've got the grimace tight lip there, and we've got the what looks like a happy face, a microphone, and of course, this being modern PG WWE, of course, there's a different sets of hands, but it's just him pointing his fingers up instead of giving his signature flipping the bird. So there's that to worry about. And remember, there was photographic evidence of me standing up on my chair at the MCI Center during a taping of Monday Night Raw, flipping off the crowd when Stone Cold was making his entrance. Yes, he was up on the ring. He was up there on the turnbuckle, flipping away. And now, let's see what we're going to get in here. If you're ready to see me unbox and check out Stone Cold, give me a hell yeah. If you would like to hear about why we need furries to be coming onto my channel and porn stars to come on my channel and seeing what happens when furries and porn stars coexist, give me a hell yeah. If you would like to see me go and ask more about why there's more need for some sexy little lesbians running around all over the place in the Olympic gymnastics category, give me a hell yeah. Hell yeah. And on the side here, we got a little something else for you to say. Something little else for you all to see. Oh, damn. The box is torn up in here. Oh, yeah. And on the side, as we're unfolding this, you will notice it says, it's the ultimate WWE action figure that you have always wanted, featuring advanced articulation and multiple swappable parts. Ultimate Edition figures allow you to capture memorable superstar moments, recreate authentic entrance poses, epic mid-match comebacks, and signature finishing moves in the ultimate realistic detail with WWE Ultimate Edition figures. Even though Stone Cold Steve Austin cannot give you the finger, so it's a lie. You know, the WWE of the modern age is predicated upon a lie. Because look, is he flipping you the bird with these? No, he's just going. He's not doing that. He's doing a Daniel Bryan pose. A real superstar like Stone Cold Steve Austin, and they're still trying to force Daniel Bryan on us. No. I don't know what wrestler. If you think that there's a wrestler out there that should fill up Christopher, and you think that wrestler should be Stone Cold Steve Austin, give Christopher in the chat a hell yeah. He goes around there drinking beer, whooping ass, and raising hell. Ain't nothing better than that. Including getting up in there and getting what these little babies got to see, what these little babies got to do. Oh yeah. Now let's see. This is a tight buddy. Oh, there we go. Get him out. I said, get the hell out of there. Get out of there. All right, damn, there we go. I said, hell yeah. Are you down with Stone Cold? Say hell yeah. Are you down with this? You say hell yeah. Colder than ice is so rugged. I'm cold-blooded. I'm breaking the limit inside you. There's no one to hide you. I'm breaking the limit inside you. I'm breaking the limit. No, that's all right. Heads up, and then down with the limit to kill, and on the beginning on the sin, and that you will. Heads up, I got the bin with the limit to kill on the simmer and dope, but gonna fit in. I'm breaking the limit inside you. I'm standing, no one to hide you. I'm breaking the limit inside you. I'm standing, no other back off. Heads up, what the dance with the women to kill. I'm on the scene and go to bed, and that you will. Heads up, like a wheel, something limit to kill. All right, so yeah, the disturbed version of his entrance theme that had lyrics. Yes, that was the one I remember hearing when I first showed up. Is Stone Cold Steve Austin right here. What he is, he ain't no little chump. He ain't even really a champ. He's more than a champ. He's too tough to just be another garden variety little champ running around the WWF. What he is a rattlesnake. He ain't just any kind of rattlesnake. He's a Texas rattlesnake. And he's going to go in there and raise some hell all up and down the WWF. That's right. I said WWF. I don't care what the World Wildlife Federation has to say, because we're here in the Federation and going to be kicking some ass. At the very least, in this, I could go up, raise the fists up, and do it like this. Yeah, so we got this pose going up there. And, he doesn't love Ice-T. Ice-T loves Stone Cold. And Ice-T also loves doing commercials with Stone Cold. Yeah. You know about what you're doing there with your Tide? You better use Tide to go there and do your laundry. And that's the bottom line. Why? Because Stone Cold said so. What? And that is the beginning of when Lil Jon met Stone Cold Steve Austin. What? You gotta go there and start making some sense to me, young man, or I'm gonna go and open a fresh can of whoop ass on you. I don't care how big your dreadlocks are. Yeah. Okay. We're gonna keep the chains on Stone Cold. Yeah. I am not broke. I, Stone Cold Steve Austin, am not broke. You know what I do? You know what I got? I got that. I got a podcast. I got my Tide commercial. I got my show on the USA Network. And I also got my own brand of beer, the Broken Skull beer. And if you want to go there and drink some beer, it's going to help you open a can of whoop ass. And anyone out there in everyday life that gets in the way of you being a champion, you go on there, you crack yourself open some cans of the Stone Cold Broken Skull beer, and you're going to go and open a fresh can of whoop ass all up and down this whole goddamn planet. And that's all I have to say about that. No, where the hell? I need the hands. They're going to go and help me get a little thing going up in here. Wrong hand. This is the right hand. The right hand for my microphone. You know what time it is? You know what time it is? It's a time that I go there into the squared circle in a pair of black trunks and black boots and a black vest, and I'll show everybody what it is I gotta do and I gotta say when I'm here in the World Wrestling Federation. Hey there, hey you, zip your little lips. You go up there and you spin your nursery rhymes about Jabroni Avenue and Know Your Role Boulevard. Well, I'm gonna go and take this truck, go all the way down there, check into the SmackDown Hotel, and put my bags in room 316, drink a ton of beer, and open up a can of whoop ass on you and the rest of the corporation. And that's all I have to say about that. Like, you know, once I'm done and not get this title belt and win it again at WrestleMania 15, I'm going to go home and celebrate by drinking a hell of a lot of beer. But I'm going to go and enjoy myself a pre-match beer ahead of time with all of you. Don't worry about that. I got it right here for all you to see. What do you prefer, with the hat or without the hat? Because it's got the hat off, and you see he's got the closed mouth scowling face right there. It would be interesting if they had one back when Stone Cold first really was getting there and getting big, 1996, when he first defeated Jake the Snake Roberts at the King of the Ring 96 and declared, Austin 316 says, I just whipped your ass. If they had one where that first year Stone Cold was whooping ass and taking names, he had an earring and then he decided to take the earring out. But we got the other alternate heads right here. We got the one where it looks like it's Stone Cold smiling, I think. But we got the other one where it looks like Stone Cold is screaming. But I'm going to go in there, and since he got the microphone in hand, I'm going to go in there and go all the way back to WrestleMania with my screaming, with my face open, ready to kick some ass. He's got the knee brace going. He's got the state of Texas flag tattoo right there. It's the shape of Texas with the bull horns. He's Stone Cold. Stone Cold. Stone Cold. And if we go and find the other pair of hand right here, instead of an open fist, we go and get the other hand here that's open. The one that looks like we got Stone Cold ready to go and give his trouser rattlesnake a little bit of private time when he's got that new setup, a Sable doing Playboy. He's going to go in there and he's going to enjoy himself some good time. But until then, he's just going to go and wave this championship belt all the way up in the air for everyone to see. That's right. Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. What is it that you said? What is it that you said? What is it that you said, Stone Cold, Mr. Stone Cold, in that Snoop Dogg song? If you down with me, say hell yeah. If you down with Stone Cold, say hell yeah. When I say hell, you say hell. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Of course, out there, we got Christopher going in there. He sees a Texas rattlesnake. He sees a badass going around like me, kicking ass and taking names all around the WWF, and he's talking about how he's a PB. Well, you go in here and get into my ring, get into the squared circle, and try and challenge me. There ain't no other position you're going to be able to hold other than the PB when I deliver the one and only Stone Cold Stunner. Do you understand me? Or do I have to go and repeat that again? What? 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 Yeah. Okay. And now me and Little John have a Kit Kat commercial to go and film for all of you out there to see and for you to cheer for me coming back into the limelight to kick some ass and take some names, because there is no other place for Stone Cold Steve Austin to be other than out there in the world kicking ass and taking names and showing everybody why Austin 316 are words to live by. Take the microphone down. He's got the hands up. ready to go. That's correct. I would say. And I would say when it comes to people who say that they have a spirit animal, honestly, if you were going to go and ask me what's my spirit animal, I say that it's a coin toss. It's a toss up. It's a barn burner. It's an impasse. It's a joint venture between Mr. Stone Cold Steve Austin and the one and only Scott Steiner. Hence why I open with "Holler If You Hear Me." Because there's a lot of bastards out there who think that they're going to go in there and act like they're the man. But they know that I'm a genetic freak and I'm not normal. So when I go in there in the ring, at best, they're going to be going down there and pissing their pants and crying for their mama within 3 minutes or 3 minutes, at least 3 suplexes. Because I'm going to send their ass to Suplex City and they're never going to be able to afford the rent to move out to anywhere else outside of Suplex City. And if they try to challenge me again, they're going to know what it's like to be put even something in there that's worse than jail, the Steiner recliner. You understand? Get my bags. Get my bags. Get my bags. And that's the bottom line. Why? Because Stone Cold said so. I'm going to take off his chain. I'm off the chain. That's what I'm doing. I'm off the chain because I'm Stone Cold. Whenever I step into the ring within the square circle, I immediately am going off the chain and I'm going to be sending all my opponents off their feet, whether they like it or not. And what else we going to do? We have this. We got this Austin 316 to go in there, to go in, show, and hope, and fight. I'm praying. The Rock, you go in the ring and you're hoping and wishing and begging and praying to come out the champion. But you know, when I get in that squared circle with you, you will be mine. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, yeah. Let's see what this shirt looks like when it's Austin 316 country. Yeah. Yeah. That's what I'm doing in here. Oh, yeah. You're going to go, and you know what I'm going to do when I'm done with this shirt? Since I just got me some Austin 316, I'm going to go in there, and I'm going to get this shirt freshly washed for me, and I'm going to be using nothing but Tide. And then when I'm done, this is what I'm going to be wearing when I'm going to be doing a Tide cold call alongside Ice T. And then you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get back to Ice T's home, and the Texas rattlesnake is going to be mixing some rattlesnake venom along with some cocoa. That's why I am the Texas rattlesnake, because everybody that comes to Texas, whether they like it or not, is going to know what it's like when Stone Cold delivers some of that rattlesnake venom. Knock, knock, let the venom in. Oh, yeah. That was what do you think? Yeah, this looks cool, but we're going to go and stick with the vest. And look on the back. I got a real life-size one of these myself. Yes, I showed it before when Nick sent me the Austin 316 shirt. And now I say, now that should be something else that the fans should vote on. I want to vote on. What do you think should I consider vote as my spirit animal? As in, people talk about their spirit animals. Well, I got the option of one spirit animal or the other. Scott Steiner or Stone Cold Steve Austin. Which would you vote for between the two? No, Gilbert did not make Stone Cold Steve Austin cry. Gilbert never even had a match with Stone Cold with the Texas Rattlesnake. What's going on there? No, that's not one of the options out there. It's between Stone Cold and it's between Scott Steiner. And now I'm going to put the vest back on here. And honestly, I think I'm getting a little bit of an itching and a scratching on here to go in there and drink some beer and whoop some ass and raise some hell. You know why? Because that is always going to be the bottom line. And now we're going to tune you in to a regularly scheduled program of talking about lesbians in gymnastics. Yes, and I really do believe that there should be at least more of the Cinemax style, sexy, gay for pay kind of lesbians in gymnastics. Because, or honestly, I don't think it's a matter of orientation. It's a matter of when you put in all those people, and multiple athletes over the years have confirmed that the Olympic Village, all those years of training and hard work and sequestering yourself into doing nothing but training and competing to get to the Olympic level, of course, there's going to be people there that get into that Olympic Village, and it's going to be a glorified combination of a hamster box, a rabbit pen, and the Playboy Mansion itself. So of course it doesn't matter. You're gonna have some gymnasts out there, some sexy little European ladies. They're like 15, 16, whatever, 17, whatever, and there they are going in there, and then they see the siren song of Simone Biles' beautiful, firm, heavenly chocolate booty, and then there we go in there, and there they see, and then suddenly there, a Finnish, a Swedish, whatever gymnast is gonna look at Simone Biles and think, whoa, I suddenly have a taste for chocolate ice cream. And since we're out here, and since we're out there, I'm going to go with the scowling with mouth open Stone Cold. I'm going to be keeping the belt. I'm going to be keeping the microphone on there. And what do you think, with or without his chain? I'm going to go for, and just for the sake of less things to worry about where they might fall or drop, I'm going to go and just keep the chains around here, because I never owned them, but I remember seeing them advertised. When in the 90s, the crash test, remember the crash test dummies that the public auto safety people would have commercials for? And then in the 90s, they gave them a cartoon and a line of toys, the crash dummies. I saw that, and I remember seeing the ads, and those actually did look cool, because they were toys that were cool to break. They were the only toys out there that you were supposed to break and smash, but then breaking them up and putting them through the crash window and ripping them apart, whatever, meant that all the different limbs and the head and the legs would all discombobulate and fall apart, and then it would be a bitch to go and dig around looking for where they all fell. So now we got all these different sets of hands, and look, even we've got the different fists, and no, this has the fingers pointing up, so this is more of the WWE trying to force us to think Daniel Bryan is cool. And then we've got the fists. Yeah, the fists up there are cool. They work. We got the sort of smiling looking Stone Cold that's creepy. And then we got the tight-lipped grimace of Stone Cold, which is in character. And then, of course, we've got one of the most profitable pieces of merchandising that the WWF has ever put out there, and that is the Austin 316 shirt. I'd say Austin 316 and Hulkamania are probably the most profitable shirts out there in the history of the World Wrestling Federation. And then we've got a nice little Stone Cold hat. I think the hat looks good. Yes, the hat looks good. The hat is nice. Somebody's a vintage wrestling fan because they're talking about how Dick the Bruiser is a real man, but even Dick the Bruiser would probably look at Simone Biles and think, oh, hey, I suddenly want some ice cream. I understand that, baby. You want some chocolate ice cream, baby. Well, Dusty Rhodes, you want chocolate ice cream all the time. That's just because you're fat. That's not because you have a love for Nubian princesses. She ain't no Nubian princess. She's a Nubian queen there, daddy. She is the Nubian queen of not just all the world, but of my heart as well. My heart belongs to Simone Biles, baby. Simone Biles is the destiny. She is my destiny. She is my shining star. And I don't want Simone Biles to go away. Yes. I also saw a video recently that showed a guy in his car stereo was able to get the bass up so loud. He turned the bass up so high he got his girl to sit on one of the Adore side speakers, and he put it up on one of those dubstep songs where the kind of noises, and she was going up and all excited, and then the song turned off. She was like, I just came in my panties. It's like, oh, really? Then would you like another one? She was like, yes. And she went, and it was gorgeous to look at her and see that. There on YouTube is a woman having an orgasm from sitting close to a bass drum. Sitting, yes, not a bass drum, to the bass from her car stereo, her door side car stereo, sent her over the moon into the realm of divine erotic pleasure. And really, it was a beautiful sight. It's truly a beautiful sight, as beautiful as the sunset. Watching a woman enjoy an orgasm is one of the most beautiful occurrences, one of the most divine sights to be found in nature. I really do think that witnessing the female orgasm is a work. The female orgasm itself is a work of art to look upon, like the Venus de Milo, or the Sistine Chapel, or the Mona Lisa, or the dancer taking a bow. Honestly, if the Louvre was really dedicated to the full breadth and the history and the beauty of the artworks of the world, then there should be at least a very least a wing or some kind of display of just a woman having an orgasm. It'd be job creation, and it also would be something to see where you just have a woman there and she's there enjoying pleasure. She's enjoying the infinite well of erotic ecstasy that every woman is born with within their loins. It's such female pleasure is a very fascinating internal process. It's one of the true great wonders to discover. There's very much, and the men and women, the men out there that are like Jacques Cousteau, going out there exploring the depths, exploring the deepest fathoms of instigating female pleasure, are men that must be respected, men that must be admired. There's so many mysteries. There are mysteries though that can be solved, that can be discovered. It's it's simply a matter of having the wherewithal to discover the depths of the beauty of female erotic pleasure. And I want that as a petition. I want a petition that would have it so that at the Louvre there would be a display of a woman and there during gallery hours, during tourist hours, whatever, where you could see a woman experiencing sexual pleasure, a woman having an orgasm, would be there on display as a work of art. And they got things at my mother's alma mater, Cal Arts, where it was a trash can glue stuck to a piece of canvas with all kinds of different paint thrown on and around it. And now you know why Cal Arts has become the pejorative for the modern regurgitation of old beloved cartoons into this ugly Tumblr fan art looking drawing style. Is considered, it's now called Cal Arts crap, or it's the Cal Arts has become the name of the style, or Cal Arts cringe. Yes, like basically everything Marvel's done in the last 6 or so years with the new artists they've hired, and it's like Marvel loves to dig its own grave when there is nothing else that they're doing. The best new writer that Marvel has hired in the last few years was CM Punk. Okay. And now with the way that Marvel and DC is digging its own grave, they're going there and they're hemorrhaging money like that in sales and their audience, while there are guys that are making comics that are crowdfunding $1.2 million on Indiegogo. So clearly it's not that there's no money in comics, it's that the money in comics is going elsewhere. It's going to these, in America, it's going to these crowdfunded comics done by these people who have these exciting personalities that are luring in an audience and are selling themselves as much as they're selling the work. There's the artist and the art, they're selling that. And on top of that, you've got what's coming in from other countries. You have Japan with manga, the Japanese comics, which are consistently selling like gangbusters in America. The big sales figures, like month to month of comics, the English translations of manga are outselling the new Marvel stuff, and consistently outselling them. Attack on Titan, the latest volume of the ongoing manga series Attack on Titan, is doing more sales figures than Marvel or DC. And I saw this when I commented on a Yellow Flash video earlier, and the comment got 70. The last time I checked, it got 70 plus likes on this video of talking about how Attack on Titan is outselling the Marvel and DC stuff this month. And then other people commented in were saying that, and it really occurred to me as I was hearing these people's replies and responding to them about how, really, honestly, the internet has decentralized entertainment in a way when it comes to comic books, and when it comes to like I said before last night, where do the shock jocks go? Where do those people kind of go? Where do the shock comedians, the shock jocks, and all that? They're gone to the internet. They've gone to places where they have podcasts, or where they have YouTube channels and those things like that, or where they start blogs of their own sites, or they're going to the social media and they're they're cultivating a crowd in there and getting that crowd to follow them and be loyal to them and financially support what it is that they're creating, what it is that they're doing. So you've got that, and that's why really the mid 80s, when the proliferation of comic book stores, the whole black and white boom was considered a big time for independent creators. that's nothing compared to what's going on today. Because with today, yes, back in the day, you were entirely dependent on how much your comics were distributed by comic book distributors in comic book stores, and that was the model that led to a single point of failure, where it was specifically one comic book distributor called Diamond was in charge of how all the comic books out there got circulated. The majority of the circulation, the newsstands were completely alienated by the comic book industry, and scant you would see comics in like a Walmart or 7-Eleven or something, compared to they were expecting all to be into the stores. So that was where they were, the comic book, between that and refusing to accept mail order as a deal. Yes, the Marvel did actually try to do mail order comics in the mid-90s, and they were doing it successfully until the retailers lashed out, and they decided to go and bend the knee to them instead of ignore that. And okay, we're going to have mail order comics, and you can mail order Marvel or DC stuff, and then also go there. And there's that's another option for the people who don't want to get their comics from going to that shop. And nowadays, there is the way the internet works, the way crowdfunding works, and the way social media works, and the way YouTube works. Now, when you have these comic book creators of today that are working for themselves, by themselves, with the people that they're hiring directly, there personally, the comic book creators and the comic book fans have no one to answer to but to one another. The fans and the creators now are more directly connected than they've ever been before, through crowdfunding and through their social media and through right here on YouTube. It's really decentralized that to the point where now some guy, like John Malin, who is driving distance from where I'm living in Detroit, can do a comic where I think it's the first comic he did himself that was crowdfunded, got $400,000 raised through Indiegogo to make the first Graveyard Shift comic, I believe it was. I'll have to check the statistics again. I think it may have been even more than that. And now the most recent Graveyard Shift, the third one of there, got like, I think, what was it, like a 100 or so thousand, 150,000 or so. And there's an old saying in business that if you have 1,000 regular customers, you can build a business on that. Well, I think the lowest number of backers of these things that he's done, these comics that he's done through Indiegogo, have been maybe like a couple thousand. So he's John Malin, who's not even considered the biggest of the crowdfunding comic creators that are doing stuff on YouTube. And he's getting to do that stuff, get hundreds of thousands, and he's working for himself, with himself. He's got nothing between him and his audience, and he's living like a king. Between doing all that and getting all that to get this stuff out there, to get it made and get it fulfilled, he is, and compare that to what the guy is comparing to the means to an end, the finances of, the financial demands of Michigan life compared to, California or Manhattan. So he's definitely he's able to definitely get himself a comfortable existence off of the back of this. So he's and for those of us out there that are working up there, that are getting in there, we are going in there and building and building and building, and there's nothing but what's making sure that our audience and us, the performers, are copacetic. That's what it really is about. It's sort of another reason why I loved this one picture I found online that was at a comic book convention. It was a guy who was cosplaying as Daredevil, and it was a guy who he was a Daredevil cosplayer who had a sign that was written in Braille, and somebody ingeniously posted this picture of this guy holding up a Daredevil cosplayer holding up a sign written in Braille, and he looked at it and he saw what was there, and below the picture they have the Braille alphabet, and if you go and look symbol by symbol, it spells out "fuck Disney." Now the creators like that, well, now they can go and say "fuck Disney." They're not reliant on the Warner controlled DC Comics or the Disney controlled Marvel now to get what it is to get something out there to try and get a career going in the comics. Now it's a matter of self-starting of the American dream. They got to get off their ass and do the work. They got those 10,000 hours to work. They've got those 1,000 regular customers to cultivate to get to that point of steady business, if not, at the very least steady business, if not, the giant, gold-plated platinum lifestyle. And Christopher agrees with me because he says fuck Disney as well because he will not be fucked by a mouse but a duck. And you do know, Christopher, that ducks do have corkscrew penises, right? Ever seen it? Yes. Not only that, but another thing about the mating habits of ducks, when people want to tell you that, oh, animals are so peaceful, they're so much better than humans. Humans are always so ugly and violent. You know that the way ducks work is that the ducks actually do have gang rapes, right? You've seen those footage at SeaWorld of the women who are getting sexually assaulted by dolphins. Well, ducks do that too, where there'll be like a group of ducks who either gangbang or pull a train. The accurate one would be pulling a train, where you've got eight Donalds and Howards pulling a train on Daisy. Maybe 8, 9, 10, 12. Yes. The ducks gangbang and gang rape. Think about that. Wah, wah, wah. And yes, Christopher, we know you're a PB, so if you were a lady duck, you'd want, at least a dozen or so Howards and Donalds to go in there and or no, I forgot Daffy. Yes, a dozen little Donalds, Howards, and Daffies. Okay, I'm going first. I hate being sloppy seconds. And then in goes Howard, humping away on Daisy while he's smoking a cigar and reading a Camus. You're despicable. Yes, despicable. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Daisy, that's good. Daisy, that feels so good. Oh, Daisy. Oh, play with the balls. Play with the corkscrew balls. Ah, yes, Daisy, corkscrew. All right. I'm tagging in Howard. All right, honey. No more Mr. Nice Duck. This is no place for an ordinary, respectable duck. Oh, yeah. Look that up. Yes, you might find that on a Discovery Channel or National Geographic. Duck gangbangs, duck gang rapes. They happen. Denise Crosby on Star Trek The Next Generation was worried about the rape gangs. If you want to see rape gangs, just look at ducks. Okay? Yes. Where no means yes. Even more so than in Hollywood. Where John Turturro's character from The Big Lebowski was just misunderstood. At least in their eyes, yes. And still, that's not the most. That's nowhere near. The duck gangbangs are nowhere near as disturbing as that one psychiatrist I saw who is writing a new book was published of her writing about her murder fantasies about white people. So of course there was at the very least polite golf claps coming from psychos in New York and in the L.A. intelligentsia. And then they wonder why the people just walking the streets think they're fucking assholes or insane. That's the world of the world of two Americas is not exactly something that's fictional anymore. There's the world of the crazy champagne socialist of Hollywood and the jackass soy pods of Manhattan. Okay. Okay, there, for all we know, knowing them, that probably there'll be a Free Willy reboot where it'll be a love story between the boy and him wanting to fuck Willy. I just mentioned the gangbang with the ducks. I'm pretty sure now somebody is coming up with a script now where it's going to be a duck gangbang involving the pulling a train on Daisy. It's going to be Howard and Donald and Daffy and at least 8 of their duck friends going around there, the funky little waterfowls. Oh, yep. Oh, yeah. That's oh, yeah. Right in there. That's it, baby. Baby go in there. Baby go. Baby go. Oh, yeah. Call me Mr. Telephone Man. Call me Mr. Telephone Man. Call me Mr. Telephone Man. I'm Mr. Telephone Man. Can't get you off of my mind. Mr. Telephone Man. And else remember that song, New Edition? New Edition, that was the kid singing group that Bobby Brown was in before he be turned into the wife-beating crack monster, as I heard somebody call him once. I think it was that some comedian I remember hearing said that about there he was like the kid on New Edition. He was part of this 80s Jackson 5 knockoff, and then he turns into a wife beating crack monster. Do you think that Bobby Brown should go to Japan and fight Godzilla? If he really is a crack monster, he could go to Japan and somehow he's still alive. And burp, ba 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 ba. It's Bobby Brown. They say I'm nasty, but I don't give a damn. And oh no, he's not a. Oh no, these ducks aren't. These ducks aren't gang raping creeps. They're just misunderstood. They're misunderstood saviors, like Jesus. No, not actual Jesus. Jesus in the Big Lebowski. The one who was caught giving orally pleasing his bowling ball, and that's not the most disturbing thing he did. Now I know why Julianne Moore wanted to be in The Big Lebowski. It wasn't because she loved the script. It was because of her love of wanting to see the. She wanted to be a part of a film that has a man filleting a bowling ball, because now she's thinking, oh, if that guy's going to give pleasure to a bowling ball, then he'll definitely pleasure me the way I like it. He will definitely go in there and stimulate my vagina, Mr. Lebowski. Most men are intimidated by the word vagina, but not Jesus. He loves vagina. His concept of providing oral pleasure is extremely vaginal. Yes, yes, yes. I maintain that Julianne Moore's performance, even though she wasn't quite doing that accent right, I believe her performance in The Big Lebowski was inspired by Madonna. She co-starred with Madonna in Body of Evidence, where, of course, Julianne Moore, living up to her reputation, is in a Basic Instinct ripoff starring Madonna, and yet her role is as sexually graphic or more so than Madonna, who did the movie, of course, to try to convince herself that she was an actress. But on top of that, you add in that she's there she is with Julianne Moore and being erotically upstaged. Hence what I've said before, and I put nothing past Julianne Moore and her endless raging inferno of a libido that all redheads are born with, and the women are tigresses. They are my little. It's not just a line on Family Guy. It's also something that Julianne Moore thinks about when she goes to a premiere and award show with her husband. Yes, my husband and I love going to the red carpet, but not as much as he loves being made to eat red carpet by me. Do you like eating red carpet? Tell me you like eating red carpet. I love eating red carpet. Good. Now floss. Floss with the red carpet. Floss with the red carpet, baby. I love flossing with red carpet. I love flossing with red carpet. Oh, yeah. It's all about the red carpet game. It's time to play the red carpet game. You want to win the game? You gotta beat the same. You gotta change your name. You gotta dye it plain. Time for red carpet game. The red carpet game. And how you play it? It's all about red carpet control, and if you can take it. And Julianne Moore's husband certainly knows how to take it. But not as much as there's the Olympians out there are able to take and deal with the siren song of Simone Biles' big, beautiful, muscular booty. That's the difference between the typical say, oh, that that beautiful, beautiful ass. No, there's a difference between a nice, an athletic ass like Simone Biles, Olympic champion, and fat ass like a Kardashian. That's just fat. Fat with the giant thighs. No, you're just fat and out of shape with an ego on you. And Raya Kitty, I've got one of my fabulous feline, a member of my Feline World Orders is coming up in here, everybody, and she loves Alice in Wonderland, one of her all-time favorite stories and media to engage with. Oh, yes, and from the great mind of one Mr. Lewis Carroll, Alice's Adventures in Wonderland that spawned comics and toys and I think even theater productions and several films over the years of varying degrees of influence and quality. Of course, the Tim Burton Alice in Wonderland made by Disney being the most insufferable. And one of the most visually ugly, big-budget Hollywood movies you'll ever see. As if we don't have enough reasons to have grown to hate Anne Hathaway, seeing her as the White Queen in there was just awful, yes. Although the Red Queen, truly to me, is not the Red Queen of Alice in Wonderland, but the Red Queen to me is Julianne Moore. And she doesn't scream off with the head, she screams, "Eat red carpet." And then you touch my toes, "Eat red carpet!" Do you like eating red carpet, Mad Hatter? Tell me you love eating the red carpet, Mad Hatter. I love eating red carpet. Do you like eating the red carpet too, Alice? Alice, do you love eating red carpet? Tell me you love eating red carpet. Oh, yeah. No one else loves red carpet? Tony Schiavone. 40 exciting years of marriage from Mr. Tony Schiavone right there. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. We got the lesbian gymnastics. We've got that. We've got a crazy-ass psychiatrist, psycho bitch, writing about her white people murder fantasies. We've got what else? San Francisco doctors trying to have surgically remove gender. We've over there in San Francisco because that's where their priorities are lying instead of trying to cure cancer, or maybe maybe surgeries for burn victims. What plastic surgery was made for, burn victims, and for victims of disfigurements like people in the military when they go and they get shrapnel to the face and their face is completely shredded. We've got Julianne Moore and her love of red carpet. It all comes back to red carpet, doesn't it? I think so. And I am serious about that. And within a decade of time, we'll be seeing a new Free Willy where it's all about a boy's love of wanting to make love to a fish. Even though the killer whale, the orca, is a mammal. It's that'll be the North American Fish Boy Love Association. No. It'll be AMBLA. No. No, it'll be NAMBLA with 2 A's. No. NABLA, not NAMBLA, NABLA. The North American Animal Boy Love Association. Hey, if Allen Ginsberg could be a card-carrying member of NAMBLA, then there's bound to be a lot of people out there probably that would love to join NABLA. Yes. Now I'm going to do that as a little poll. How many of you out there think that eventually we're going to be seeing the bestiality rights being talked about or being brought up seriously? We didn't want to love fucking animals. We just were born that way, and it's our right to do that. You have sex with animals, dude. You have sex with animals. Yeah, really. Yeah, all you talk about equal rights and stuff, but fuck you guys. Stop raping donkeys. That donkey is beautiful and asking for it. No, the donkey's being a donkey and you're being a fucking mental patient. And I've got some personal family anecdotes about that. My sister once, before I was born, they were visiting my uncle's house over there. Hello, Makini90. Yes, this does look good. And my uncle was visiting, my family was visiting the uncle's house before I was born. And my sister went into my uncle's bedroom and found piles of bestiality magazines. And I'd like to mention that the house that my uncle was living in was a house. It was a house out there in this well-to-do neighborhood that had a backyard that led out into the woods, into the forest. So I could probably go and watch some forest creatures and find them. For my Uncle Bill, the forest was bestiality, Playboy Mansion. There we go. The Animal Boy Love Association. There's going to be, trust me about that. They'll have to do a sequel to that one episode of South Park where Cartman joined NAMBLA, Cartman joins AMBLA. He wants to. Yeah, it's something about where he wants to piss off his friends, and how dare you love going to church, but hey, how dare you persecute that person for molesting that horse, or for going into a series of horses stables and having the horses fuck him while videotaping and putting it online. That guy, Mr. Hands, his nickname was, a series of videos of a guy who, yes, he paid to go into horse stables, and he would pick the horse he liked the most, and the horse, he'd get the horse aroused, and the horse would fuck him. Except for one video, the horse's dick ruptured his GI tract, and he died from internal bleeding. which of course led to that segment on Tosh.0 where they did recreations of famously depraved internet videos, and there they went about what was, and they had a Mr. Hands parody where it was a little kid standing, like here was the kid, and here was one of those old-fashioned wooden rocking horses, and he was the kid was going ow, ow, ow every time the horse rocked forward. We got a hello from Eagle Rider, so we've got yes. Makini90 says, "What did I walk into? You're walking into my prediction that in 10 years we're going to be seeing Hollywood talking about bestiality rights. There's going to be pop songs from Lady Gaga talking about being born this way to hump animals, and we're going to be seeing Freddy Got Fingered misunderstood as a political endemic statement." There's yes, Eagle Rider out there. I am recreating a J. Scott Campbell piece. So yes, I'll show that again. And Christopher's reaction, all that is horse cocks matter. Well, yes, and horses also, don't grab those horse cocks. That's for stud farms to do. And now I'm guessing that deleted scene in Freddy Got Fingered where Tom Green sees a horse on a stud farm getting aroused. He screams, pulls over, jumps the fence, and starts grabbing the horse's dick. I bet you now that the scene goes on longer on the DVD version. The scene is extended where we see him running around and he starts grabbing a cow's teat and squeezing the nipple on his face. And the farmer pulls out a shotgun and shoots up in the air to scare him away. I bet you now if that scene was left in the film, there'd be a critical reevaluation of that man being an evil oppressor of a man's right to love molesting that cow and that animal and that horse. And honestly, that's why. And the actress who was in Road Trip with Tom Green, who walks in on him when he's putting the mouse in his mouth, and she walks in on him, and she has that look of horror on his face, on her face there. Which to me, that actress had a look of genuine horror when she saw Tom Green with the mouse in the mouth, and the mouse was like you can see mouse shit around the corners of his mouth. Now she's gonna have to go and publicly apologize about how dare she was like to depict something that was so ill against the right of loving that animal. Here's one. I agree with Eagle Rider right here. Anyone who sexually touches animals or kids should have their junk shot off. Preferably, though, that guy who worked at the stud farm who had the 12 gauge and scared Tom Green away. That's I wonder if my Uncle Bill ever upgraded his collection of bestiality magazines. When it comes to those, is it like Playboy where they keep having the monthly issues out there and they keep going and going and going, and they have the collection of month after month, or is it like a certain set series of them, and those are the only ones they like? Like the Playboy's been in circulation for more than 60 years, so there's 60 years worth of content, and seeing what's going on, what's in vogue. I think that's why my uncle got that house with a place that led out into the forest, so he could see the little squirrels, like a Snow White, and there's all the woodland creatures. There's the deer, there's the squirrels, there's the blue jays, there's the other birds, and there's the raccoons, there's the tigers and the bears, and and to him that's yeah. I think of all people that would be fans of my sexy Bambi I drew last night. Yes, last night was the inaugural Bambi was the inaugural Furry night. Yes, I will occasionally do Furry nights, and I will hashtag that, hashtag Furry nights. And I also have some polls I want to conduct out there. For you out there, I've got continuing ongoing polls of whether or not, yay or nay, should I do posts on my social media of me with my shirt off? Another is DM me either audio recordings or videos of you attempting to pronounce my last name. Another one is, should I do interviews at conventions with furries? Because at July 10th, I've got the Great Lakes Comic Expo. It's going to be my first convention since the Great Lakes Comic Con of February 2020. So I'm going to be going in there, and if I see any furries, should I go and try to conduct an interview with them for the sake of the channel? Yes. Those are my questions out there for you. my polls and my questions. Where is that? Dun, 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 dun. Oh, look at me, Daddy. I'm a farmer. I'm a farmer. It's a stud farm, boy. Get the hell out of here. Oh, what are you doing to that horse? It's a stud farm, boy. I want to touch the horsey. Look at me, Daddy. I'm a farmer. I never asked my Uncle Bill about that film, but I bet you Freddy got fingered. Yes. And according to Eagle Rider, she wants to remind me cat girls are not furries. Well, that's why I did a recreation of J. Scott Campbell's sexy Bambi illustration for last night. That's why my furry night was my first night last night. And there's going to be other furry nights coming up. But when they'll happen, I will have the hashtag in the title for the stream. Yes, we're going to have there, and we're going to have some, So Eagle Rider, what do you think? Should I do posts on my social media of me with my shirt off? And also, should I interview furries at conventions? Here's one. Fur burglars. Did you mean to say fur burgers, or that's the fur burglars are the people who steal the costumes at furry conventions? Yes. If you want to see a great clip of somebody reacting to seeing furries for the first time, there's Miss Progressive Mika Brzezinski on the early days of her show Morning Joe on MSNBC. She saw there's a news report of a gas leak at a New York convention center where there was a furry convention, and all the people were outside in the middle of the winter in their furry costumes. She looks horrified and then gets up and walks out of the studio while her co-hosts are laughing and asking her, "Hey, wait, come back. What's going on? What are you doing?" She says yes. Regal Rider says no to me posting stuff with my shirt off, and yes to me interviewing furries. And also, I'd like to know if you could send me, DM me either an audio recording or a video clip of you trying to pronounce my last name. Because now I'm going to be doing it where I actually wanted to set up a mystery of how do you properly pronounce my last name. And I want all my subscribers, my fans, my collaborators, my friends out there to send themselves their attempts. And I will collect these into doing a video, into doing an upload where, the take one, take two, and then I will drive down to another little local neighborhood around here called Hamtramck in the state of Michigan, around here in suburban Detroit, where is a good portion of people are still from there of older generations that are of Eastern European descent I will then reveal the correct pronunciation of my last name after building up the mystery of how do you properly pronounce my last name. And Eagle Rider says hell no to that. She's really bad with names. Well, okay then. If you don't want to do that, but all right. And because I've got the first no vote for me with my shirt off because Christopher and Relentless have said yes to me posing with my shirt off on my social media. We've got a no from Eagle Rider. And my idea was that I would do a pose. I would pose like Shawn Michaels when he posed for Playgirl magazine back in the 90s. Yes. Look at that. I'll do that. That's the idea. And with this signature now, we have ourselves a finished Alice in Wonderland. Thank everyone tonight for watching. New viewers out there, please like, share, and subscribe. And all viewers out there can go out into my online art store. I've got a link in the description below. Pen and ink illustrations like this. There are categories of them for sale at $25 a piece plus shipping and handling. I've got color drawings like this one I did of Alice earlier. Color drawings are $20 a piece plus shipping and handling. Sketchbooks are also available for sale. They are $25 a piece as well, plus shipping and handling. And they look a little something like this one. This one, though, has been pre-ordered by my subscriber, Relentless, and I will have this shipped to her before late November for her birthday, since she gave the donation of $50. That was a donation done in the name of pre-ordering a sketchbook. And this is the sketchbook for my regular Friday upload. Most recent upload is this time-lapse I did of Red Sonja right here. Last week was Deja Thoris. This week, Red Sonja for all of you to see, because much like Julianne Moore's husband, I love red carpet. Besides that, you can commission me for pen and ink illustrations like this. They are only $50 a piece plus shipping and handling, and pen and ink commissions are the last item you'll see for sale in my online art store. Besides all of that, you can help out the channel simply by making a donation. The first thing you see when you go into my online store is a donations button you can take. If you want to help me out, but don't feel like commissioning or buying anything. So until then, don't forget to also follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and I have an Amazon wish list for you to help and make a purchase on my behalf. Tomorrow, 7:30 p.m. Eastern, 4:30 p.m. Pacific, I will be uploading a video that will premiere for all of you to go and see. Enjoy, because that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so. And my feline world order out there, don't forget, slam it, lick it, suck it, and see you, Space Cowboy.